Hello, as some of you might know, I am a collector of movie, game and geek-related stuff, and today I want to show you some of my favorite fantasy weapons. And let's start with the one I'm holding in my hand. This is a knife from Alice in Madness. It's a beautiful game and I have to admit I have not played it, but this prop and the style of the game is just stunning. It just feels amazing and the details are just incredible. Like the handle, it really feels and seems like bronze, but it's probably just metal. There is a little engraving on the side. The entire blade is engraved with this beautiful pattern. I might wonder, isn't this dangerous to have a knife like this? No, because the edge is completely dull. It has the illusion that's incredibly sharp, but it's totally fine. It also came with this stand, this nice display stand. And just like this. Now we have it displayed. I love it. Another game weapon from a game that I haven't really played, unfortunately, is the Tomahawk from Assassin's Creed. I was about to play it and I even have an Assassin's Creed statue because I really enjoy the concept of the game, but I couldn't really play it because I was always waiting till I had a PC and then the game had a weird bug and I never actually played it. Maybe a few hours of it, but this is made out of real wood. This is made out of real metal. When I got it, I also sanded it a little bit so it looked more shiny, which I liked. It's also a real feather and it feels incredibly cool to hold it. I think if you would actually use it, it would break quite easily. But again, it's just a prop and it's not meant for hitting somebody's head in. It also came with a little stand, which is quite amazing because the logo of Assassin's Creed is engraved on the side. I have seen people place it like this or like this, you can choose, but I choose to hide this symbol because I think it failed quite miserably. It just doesn't seem right, so I'm just going to hide this. And the little coin, this little logo of Ubisoft is something I got from Fax Convention. It was like we all got like a coin and we could use it for some kind of vending machine and you had the chance to win something. But the odds seemed so incredibly slim that you would actually win something that I just kept the coin because I knew it would be perfect for this display and it kinda is. Next up is a gauntlet that I made myself. I was about to make an entire Iron Man cosplay, but I made this quite a long time ago actually, the hand, and I don't know why I kept continuing with it because it scaled too small for my hand and it doesn't even fit. But I kept hoping it would fit someday or something. I don't know, I'm not the smartest person, I have to admit it. But a while ago I just said, you know what, let's make it into a display. And the inside is just a glove and I think I crumbled some newspaper and tape in it to give it its volume. This is a paper towel holder and it looks pretty legit and professional. The quality of my cosplay stuff is also a lot better if you look at this one and the latest one. But still, it's pretty cool. The other gauntlet is something I didn't make myself. It's the Infinity Gauntlet. I always wanted this because I was a crazy Marvel fanboy in the past. I extremely like most of the movies from the Infinity Saga. Just the memory that's attached to it. Iron Man kinda started my cosplay adventure. just gave me a pretty incredible mindset when I started. When I saw the first movie and I saw him crafting, it just changed my mindset so much at the time that it had a big impact on me. And I always want something to remember all those movies and the feeling it gave me. And I think this really sums it up, because all those movies come together to the big villain, and it's with this gauntlet. I always wanted this gauntlet, but it kept raising in price because it started to become a collector's item, unfortunately. Like 100 euros, and I thought it will go down by price, and then I couldn't find it below 150. It was becoming a collector's item, and out of nowhere on Amazon I saw this in discount for like 80 or so. So I just had to buy it for myself as a gift. And it has lights. I also have a full review of this if you want to check it out with more details. This isn't really a weapon, of course, it's more like a tool, but it's the sonic screwdriver of Doctor Who. And I found this at the thrift store. It's so cool, right? I did repaint some parts and I 3D printed this cool stand for it. And I just love it. Again, I have to admit, I haven't seen Doctor Who because there is so much to watch and the fandom seems pretty divided. Like, the first one are the best, no, this actor did it best, and I don't know where to start, so let me know where to start. Next up is the Wand of Voldemort. I think this one looks so cool, and I also gave it a little bit of weathering, so it looks way more used and dirty and all. I think it's made of some kind of resin, and there is probably some kind of metal or steel inside of it. It's quite strong. I had another one downstairs and I actually played with it and I broke it. I also have this little stand. This is something I found at the thrift store as well. I don't know where this is for, but it's perfect for for displaying this. Another weapon is this Green Lantern ring. It has a light in it. Well, it has a light in it, but the battery died. It's not the highest quality. Like, you can see they try to represent metal, but you can see it's plastic. I know they make at least two kind of rings like this. One with light in that I have, which is more like a toy for usage. And the other one is more like a display piece, and it's more accurate, but it doesn't light up. And I have the one that lights up, and I can't really wear it because my fingers... Ooh, I can wear it, but it's a tight fit. Next up is this Pokémon ball. I was thinking, should I include this as a weapon? But I think if you had such a device that can capture beasts and make them your slave, I think you can classify this as a weapon for sure. This is actually a power bank, and I could use it once because I dropped it out of the car, and it has its perks. It looks cool, but it's round, so it can roll around, and it rolled out of the car in the forest and it just broke and I couldn't fix it. There's still a battery inside, so I hope it doesn't explode in my face. But nothing is connected and it doesn't work anymore. But at least it's a cool display piece. I also displayed on this part. It's a weird story where I got this from. This is a part of a roller coaster. I used to work at an amusement park a few weeks as a student, and I found this, not attached, but I found this and I just took it with me. because they didn't pay me very much and it was not a nice job. And now it's my Pokemon ball display. Talking about rings, also have a little display for the one ring that I made. One ring to rule them all. Even there is glass on top of it, it still gets dusty, but it's a nice effect. And the last weapon, I'm sure you're already familiar with this one. The lightsaber. It's probably the coolest and the most practical toy collectible that I own, because it's a lot of fun to play with it. It's some kind of exercise. It can be even social. It's an addition to future cosplay. You can do so much with it. Also made a full review about this one. And I do have some more stuff, but I think this is enough to cover in one video. And it got me thinking, what would be the most powerful weapon out of them all? But I mean, if you could have the working weapon into reality, like the Infinity Gauntlet will probably be the most powerful, but you can't wear it because you would just die. And I'm also pretty sure it's not the Tomahawk or something like that. I think the wand could be a lot of powerful, but we don't know how to use magic. The One Ring would be too tempting, and the Pokeball, I think you can figure it out how it works. And even if there was a Pokemon site like a Charizard, you could just shoot them and it would be all over. I think the Iron Man Gauntlet could be pretty easy to use, but without an arc reactor, no way. The Green Lantern ring could be nice, but we don't have a lantern to recharge it. So my guess would be the lightsaber. But you can't drop it on the ground like they did in Rick and Morty, because it would just fall into the core. And it's not like the dark saber. The dark saber would be hard to control because it takes a lot more than skill. But the lightsaber would be pretty terrifying if it was real. And same thing, they could just shoot you. What do you think? Let's assume there is a Charizard inside this Pokeball. What would be the best weapon to have? Fight in the comments. Goodbye.